दिविभूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः. Salutations to the Lord, the Universal Soul, who is manifest in heaven, earth, and the sky, and both within and without myself. Aham baddho vimuktasya yasyaasti nischayah natyantamagno no tagnyah sosmin shastre dhikaravan. Who is eligible to study Yoga Vasishtam? One convinced of his constraint in this mortal world and with a strong desire for his liberation from it, and who is neither wholly ignorant of nor quite conversant with divine knowledge, is entitled to study this work. Kadhopayan vicharyadau mokshopayani manadha yo vicharayati prajno nasabhuyo bhijayate. The wise man who reflects on the means of liberation as expounded herein shall verily be exempt from transmigration of his soul. Asmin Ramayane Ramakathopayan Mahabalan Etanstu Pradhamam Kritva Puraha Marimardhana. O destroyer of your enemies, know that I have first embodied the history of Lord Rama in this Ramayana as the preparatory step to salvation. Sishyayasmi vinitaya bharadvajaya dhimate ekagro dattavamstasmai manimabdhirivardhini. Sage Valmiki continues, and I have given the same to my attentive student, the obedient and intelligent Bharadvaja, just like the sea yields his gems to their seeker. Tada ete kadhopaya Bharadvajena dhimata kasminschinmeru gahane brahmanogra udahritaha. These historical teachings were rehearsed by the learned Bharadvaja in the presence of Lord Brahma, who was seated in a certain forest of the Sumeru mountain. Adhasya tushto bhagavan Brahma lokapitamaha varam putra gruhaneti tamuvacha mahashayah. Then the Lord Brahma, the great grandfather of the inhabitants of the three worlds, was so highly pleased with Bharadvaja that he addressed him, saying, O my son, ask the best boon that you wish for. Shri Bharadvaja Uvacha Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavyesha Varoyam Medya Rochate Yeneyam Janata Dukkhan Muchate Tadudahara. Bharadvaja said, O Lord, you are the master of the past and future times. Grant me the desired boon of communicating to me the means whereby people are liberated from their miseries. Shri Brahmovacha Gurum Valmiki Matrashu Prardhayasva Prayatnataha Tenedam Yat Samarabdham रामायणमनिन्दितम् तस्मिन् श्रुते नरो मोहात् समग्रात् सन्तरिष्यति सेतुनेवाम्बुधे पारमपार गुणशालिना. Lord Brahma said, "Go ask diligently of your preceptor Valmiki to complete the faultless Ramayana that he has undertaken to write, by the hearing of which men will get over their manifold errors in the same manner as they pass over the sea by the bridge built over it by the great Rama, who was endowed with all noble qualities." Shri Valmiki इत्युक्त्वा स भरद्वाजं परमेष्ठी मदाश्रमम् अभ्यागच्छत् समं तेन भरद्वाजेन भूतकृत् तूर्णं सम्पूजितो देवः सोऽर्घ्यपाद्यादिना मया अवोचन्मां महासत्त्वः सर्वभूतहिते रतः. Sage Valmiki said, having thus addressed Bharadwaja, Lord Brahma, accompanied by him, came to my ashram. In right earnest, I welcomed Lord Brahma and offered him water and the like. Then the Lord of Truth spoke to me for the good of all creatures. रामस्वभावकथनादस्माद्वरमुने त्वया नोद्वेगात् स परित्याज्य आसमाप्तेरनिन्दितात्. Lord Brahma spoke to me, saying, O sage, do not give up your undertaking of Ramayana until its final completion. No pains ought to be spared to make the history of Rama as faultless as it ought to be. ग्रन्थेनानेन लोकोऽयमस्मात् संसारसङ्कटात् समुत्तरिष्यति क्षिप्रं पूतेनेवाशु सागरात्. वक्तुं तदेव मेवार्थमहमागतवानयम् कुरु लोकहितार्थं त्वं शास्त्रमित्युक्तवानजः. By this work of yours, O sage Valmiki, men will forthwith pass over this world in the same manner as one crosses the sea in a vessel. I came here to tell you this very thing, that you must complete the work for the benefit of mankind. Mama punyashramat tasmat kshanadantardhimagatah muhurtabhyuttitah प्रोच्चैस्तरङ्ग इव वारिणः. तस्मिन् प्रयाते भगवत्यहं विस्मयमागतः पुनस्तत्र भरद्वाजमपृच्छं स्वस्थया धिया किमेतद् ब्रह्मणा प्रोक्तं भरद्वाजवदाशु मे इत्युक्तेन पुनः प्रोक्तं भरद्वाजेन तेन मे. Lord Brahma disappeared from my sacred ashram in a moment. Just like a wave subsides into the water, no sooner it appears. I was struck with wonder at the disappearance of Lord Brahma. Then, being composed in my mind, I asked Bharadwaja, to repeat the words of Lord Brahma, to which Bharadvaja replied as follows. Shri Bharadvaja Uvacha Etaduktam Bhagavata Yadha Ramayanam Kuru Sarvalokahitardhaya Samsararnavatarakam Mahyam cha Bhagavan Bruhi Kadham Samsara Sankate Ramo Vyavahrito Yasmin Bharatascha Mahamanaha Shatrugno Lakshmanaschapi Sita Chapi Yashaswini Ramanuyayinasteva Mantriputra Mahadhiyaha Nirdukhitam yadhaitenu Praptastadbruhi me sputam Tadhaivaham bhavishyami Tato janataya saha Bharadvajena Rajendra Vadetyuktosmi sadaram Tada kartum vibhor Ajñamaham vaktum pravruttavan. Bharadvaja said, Lord Brahma commanded you to complete the Ramayana for the good of men and as a means of their crossing over the ocean of the world. Now, revered sage, explain to me how the great-minded Rama and Bharata conducted themselves amidst the troubles of this world. Also tell me, how did Shatrughna, Lakshmana, and the renowned Sita and all those who followed Lord Rama, as also the ministers and their highly intelligent sons, conduct themselves on this earth? Tell me clearly how they escaped all the miseries of the world, so that I may also follow them with the rest of the world for our salvation. Bharadvajena Rajendra Vadedyuktosmi sadaram Tada kartum vibhorajñamaham vaktum pravruttavan. Being thus respectfully addressed by Bharadvaja, I was led to carry out the behest of my Lord Brahma and to narrate Ramayana to Bharadvaja. Shrunuvatsa Bharadvaja yadha prushtam vadami te Shrutena yena sammohamalam dure karishyase Tadha vyavahara prajna yadha vyavahrita sukhi Sarva samsaktaya buddhya Ramo Rajivalochanaha Lakshmano Bharataschaiva Shatrughnascha Mahamanaha Kausalya cha Sumitra cha Sita Dasaradhasthada Kritastrascha Virodhascha Bodhaparamupagataha Vasishto Vamadevascha Mantrinoshthau Tadhetare Drishtirjayanto Bhasascha Satyo Vijaya evacha Vibhishana Sushenascha Hanuman Indrajit Tadha Yeteshto Mantrinah Proktaha Samaniragachetasah Jivan Mukta Mahatmano Yadha Praptanuvartinaha. एतैर्यथाहुतं दत्तं गृहीतमुषितं स्मृतं तथा चेद्वर्तसे पुत्र मुक्त एवासि सङ्कटात् अपार संसार समुद्रपाते लब्ध्वा परां युक्तिम् उदारसत्त्वः न शोकमायाति न दैन्यमेति गतज्वरस्तिष्ठति नित्यतृप्तः. Sage Valmiki. Listen, my son Bharadwaja, I will tell you all that you have asked for, and by listening to which you shall be enabled to cast away the errors under which you labor. You are wise and have to manage yourself in the manner of the lotus-eyed Rama, with a mind free from all attachments of the world. Know that Lakshmana, Bharata, the great-minded Shatrughna, Kausalya, Sita, Sumitra, as well as Dasharatha with Kritastra and the two friends of Rama, and Vasishta and Vamadeva, and the 8 ministers of state, as well as many others, had reached the summit of knowledge by following this means. Their names are Drishta, Jayanta, Bhasa, Satya, Vijaya, Vibhishana, Sushena, and Hanuman, and also Indrajit, who had attained his highest knowledge. These were the 8 ministers of Lord Rama, who are said to be equally dispassionate in their minds and content with what was their lot. They were great souls and free in their lives. Well, my son, if you follow the manner in which these men observed sacrificial rites, gave and received their offerings, and how they lived and thought, you are at once freed from the turmoils of life. One fallen in this boundless ocean of samsara may enjoy the bliss of liberation by the magnanimity of his soul. He shall not come across grief or destitution, but remain ever satisfied by always being free from the fever of anxiety.
Bharadwaja Uvacha
जीवन्मुक्तस्थितिं ब्रह्मन् कृत्वा राघवमादितः क्रमात् कथय मे नित्यं भविष्यामि सुखी यदा. Bharadwaja said, O sage, relate to me first about Rama and then enlighten me by degrees with the conditions of attaining liberation in this life, so that I may be happy forever.
Shri Valmiki Uvacha
Brahmasya jagatasya जातस्याकाशवर्णवत् अपुनः स्मरणं मन्ये साधो विस्मरणं वरम्. दृश्य अत्यन्त अभावबोधं विना तन्नानुभूयते कदाचित् केनचिन्नाम स्वबोधोन्विष्यतामतः सचेह सम्भवत्येव तदर्थमिदमाततं शास्त्रमाकर्णयसि चेत् तत्त्वमाप्स्यसि नान्यथा. जगद्भ्रमोऽयं दृश्योऽपि नास्त्येवेत्यनुभूयते वर्णो व्योम्ना खेदाद् विचारेणामुना अनघा. दृश्यं नास्तीति बोधेन मनसो दृश्यमार्जनम् सम्पन्नं चेत्तदुत्पन्ना परा निर्वाणनिवृत्तिः। अन्यथा शास्त्रगर्तेषु लुठतां भवतामिह भवत्यकृत्रिमाज्ञानां कल्पैरपि न निर्वृतिः। अशेषेण परित्यागो वासनानां य उत्तमः मोक्ष इत्युच्यते ब्रह्मन् स एव विमलक्रमः। क्षीणायां वासनायां तु चेतो गलति सत्वरम् क्षीणायां शीतसंतत्यां ब्रह्मन् हिमकणो यथा। अयं वासनया देहो ध्रियते भूतपञ्जरः तनुनान्तर्निविष्ठेन मुक्तो हस्तं तु नायधा। वासना द्विविधा प्रोक्ता शुद्धा च मलिना तथा। मलिना जन्मनो हेतुः शुद्धा जन्मविनाशिनी। अज्ञानसुघनाकारा घनाहङ्कारशालिनी पुनर्जन्मकरी प्रोक्ता मलिना वासना बुधैः। पुनर्जन्माङ्कुरं त्यक्त्वा स्थिता सम्भ्रष्टबीजवत् देहार्थं ध्रियते ज्ञातज्ञेय शुद्धेति चोच्यते। अपुनर्जन्मकरणे जीवन्मुक्तेषु देहिषु वासना विद्यते शुद्धा देहे चक्र इव भ्रमः। ये शुद्धवासना भूयो न जन्मानर्धभाजनम् ज्ञातज्ञेयास्त उच्यन्ते जीवन्मुक्ता महाधियः। जीवन्मुक्तिपदं प्राप्तो यथा रामो महामतिः तत्तेऽहं शृणु वक्ष्यामि जरामरणशान्तये। भरद्वाज महाबुद्धे रामक्रममिमं शुभम् शृणु वक्ष्यामि तेनैव सर्वं ज्ञास्यसि सर्वदा। विद्यागृहाद्विनिष्क्रम्य रामो राजीवलोचनः दिवसान्यनयद्गेहे लीलाभिरकुतो भयः। अधगच्छति काले तु पालयत्यवनिं नृपे प्रजासु वीतशोकासु स्थितासु विगतज्वरम्। Sage Valmiki replied, Bharadvaja, know that all the conceptions of the world are erroneous as the various colors that taint the clear firmament. It is therefore better to efface them in oblivion rather than revive their reminiscence in repeated states of existence. All visible objects are absolute negation. We have no idea of them save from sensation. Inquire into these apprehensions and you will never find them to be real. It is possible here on earth to attain to this knowledge, which is fully expounded herein. If you will listen to it attentively, you shall get at the truth and not otherwise. The conception of this world is a mistake, and though we actually see it, it is never in existence. It appears in the same light, O saint, as various colors in the sky. The conviction of the non existence of the objects of vision leads us to efface their impressions from our minds. Thus perfected, there springs in it the supreme and eternal bliss of self extinction. Otherwise, there is no peace to be had herein by men like you, who are rolling in the depths of science for thousands of years and unacquainted with the true knowledge. Complete abandonment of desires, styled as the best state of liberation, is the only pure step towards liberation. The absence of desires lead one to the extinction of mental actions or vrittis in the same manner as the absence of cold conduces to the dissolution of small particles of ice. Our desires, which uphold our living bodies and minds, bind us fast as if tied by strings to our bodily prison. These being loosened, the inward soul is liberated, just like a bird is liberated from its cage. Desires are of two kinds, pure and impure. The impure ones are the cause of transmigration, while the pure ones serve to destroy it. Impure desire is of the form of a mist of ignorance, consisting in the feeling of egoism. This is said by the wise to be the cause of birth or transmigration. A pure desire is like a parched seed or burnt seed, incapable to bring forth the germ of transmigration, and only supports the present body in its dry rigidity. The pure desires, which are unattended with transmigration, reside in the bodies of living and liberated men like unmoving wheels, unable to move them to action. Those that have the pure desires are not liable to transmigration and are said to be knowing in all things that ought to be known. These are called the living liberated and are of superior intelligence. I will now explain to you how the high-minded Rama attained the state of liberation in life, hearing which old age and death will not bother you. Listen now to the auspicious life and conduct of Rama, whereby you shall be enabled to understand everything at all times. The lotus-eyed Rama, after returning from his school or Gurukula, remained for many days at home in his diversions and without anything to fear. In the course of time, as he took the reins of the kingdom, his people enjoyed all the bliss that absence of grief and disease could impart to them.